How many times I need to let you know? The things you do, I cannot let you go. Baby, how many times I got to let you know? The way you do me, girl, my.
Hey, this image is here again. You might wonder why we have this image here again on this video. We'll have to keep explaining on how to take a complete measurement because a lot of people find it difficult. A lot of people failed in order to take a complete measurement. When sometimes you can ask someone to send the measurement, the person can equally send a measurement, and the measurement, looking at it looks very wrong because of the tailor that took the measurement for the person. So we have to take note of how important taking measurement is on this LOISYCA'S Fashion TV. Follow it up, you learn how to take measurements very well and neat. In other words, no tailor that uses its measurement will have mistakes. Okay, you have these lines the way I labeled this mannequin. For example, we'll have a line, we'll have a vertical line here, we'll have horizontal lines here. So now, what is why do we have these two lines, the vertical line and the horizontal line? Here, this is our vertical line. Here is the straight line you're seeing. See down. This is how we take a complete full-length measurement of either blouses, crop tops, dresses of all kinds. This is just it. You just keep going with these abbreviated words that I'm going to explain the full meaning, which I could not be able to do on my previous video. So I would like you to watch, keep your ear down. You can equally take your exercise book and record everything down so that you will not be able to make mistakes next time you're taking measurement from people. I would like you, as you watch this video, please share it, please, so that it can reach other people. Let it go viral so that people will know how to take a good or a proper measurement. Did you know that when you're taking measurement wrongly, it makes some tailors make a lot of mistakes? They make lots of mistakes after sewing. You will not know that it's because of the way the tailors that sent you the measurement, because of the way the person measured the client. That is why you could not be able to get what the client wants or the person's body fits. You start amending your clothes. If you like, amend it till Christ come. That clothes is not going to be able to go out for something good, or a kind of, it won't fit anymore. Let's just use it that, put it that way. So I would like you to watch. Comment below on my comment section. Please try and comment. Try and express yourself on my comment section. Try and like this video and also share. Remember to subscribe on LOISYCA'S Fashion TV. That is the most important, because if you subscribe, whenever we have an update, a new update, it's going to ring on your device. So please subscribe, like, share. Don't forget to express yourself on my comment section, how you feel after watching this video. Okay, let's go there. I want to explain this. I want to explain it by bits. So if you want to start taking someone's measurements, remember to start from the shoulder. When you start taking the measurement from this point, with the shoulder point from the top, measure from the top. You take it, don't allow it to fall out this way. Don't allow it to fall out this way. Allow it to be on top of the person's bust, because it's a female dress, you're taking its measurement. So you take it on top of the bust. You see the way it is on top of the bust. Make sure your tape is on top of the bust. So here is on top of the bust. Take the measurement from the shoulder. You have to write down the abbreviated words that I'm using, and I want to explain it in full. Here we have breast point on the nipple. We have this breast point on the nipple. You look at it very well. Whatever it gives you, you take it down. Here we have it under the bust. Whatever it gives you, take it down. So now I want to explain. Let me just leave the tape part of it and explain what I mean. Then here I meant that this BP you're seeing here, this is breast point. BP is breast point. Here you see the star is where your tape is going to point. So whatever you see here, that is the number of the breast point of that person. So here is the breast point, that is BP, breast point length, breast point length. Please ignore this panel length you're seeing here. Ignore it. Or you can equally measure this panel length when you're taking, when you really need it. You can take the measurement of this panel length, because this panel length is when sometimes when you're sewing an illusion blouse, these blouses that used to have lace up, all these blouses or dresses that has lace up above this or the neck side, you may take the measurements. So it's good for you to take the measurement. And this panel length, when you're taking a measurement, sometimes when you're sewing a tube dress, you know what tube means. That is when this measurement that goes round, that blouse, all those dresses that has it, they are fitting on the up above the bust. That is tube dresses. It comes always. It always come on wedding dresses and dinner dresses and other top too. That does not have sleeve. It's a sleeveless dress. That is when we take this. We go for this tube measurement. So here we still call it panel when we are taking length measurement. Very, very important for you to take this measurement points. View it very well. Just look at it very well. You understand the point I'm talking about. Then from the shoulder, keep taking your measurement. All the length measurements that are taken vertically, you have to take it from shoulder to wherever you want it to be. This is the breast point. That is the nipple point. You take from still that place this tape is, the top part of it that the tape is, continue to have your under bust. This is the under bust. You have your under bust, that is UBL, under bust length. UBL, under bust length, don't forget. This is the point under the bust. From the shoulder still, you take it from the top to the navel point. That is what we call half length. Or you place it there, we still call it waist. Waist of a blouse or waist of a dress. Some people call it torso. So here we have this half length. So here is where I usually call my half length. Why I call it half length is in so many cases when you're sewing dresses, we have joining here. And this measurement, this half length measurement is very, very important, because here is where we are going to take our round waist. The line you see horizontally is our round waist. So this step you see horizontally is our round measurement. Wherever you see this horizontal line, remember is our round measurement. How we are going to take our round measurement. On this under bust length, UBL, we have a horizontal line too. This is the one that is called round under bust. Round under bust. RUB. Round under bust. On this breast point, being the nipple point, we'll have a horizontal line here that traces to this B point. So this B is called our bust. So when you take it round, that means you have our bust measurements. When you take it round, you have your bust measurements according to the way you're seeing this tape, or this tape I mark here. So that is how you're going to take the measurement. So from the shoulder, we have a measurement from the top part of it, being the shoulder point, we'll have it to the hip. We have it to the hip. So here is the hip. So in this case, we have this star line here. This star line indicates where the measurement of blouse stops. You want to make a blouse measurement. Okay, just take for example this blouse. I want to show you. You see this blouse where the length stops is up above the hip of this mannequin. So that is the length of our blouse. Sometimes our blouse stopped on the hip length. It depends on the kind of blouse you're making or the kind of top you're making. So sometimes we stop it on the hip length. So here is our hip length, and this hip length is very, very important for you to take note of it. So when you're cutting your dress, you have to trace the hip length, because it is on that hip length, that hip point, that we are taking our round hip measurement. Round hip, or our hip, the hips of the person. Is on that point you have the hips of the person. We have this place I label BL, and L. BL, L. This is our blouse length. Our blouse length. That's why you have the measurements. The right up BL and L. Here is the hip and L. That is the hip length. From shoulder to this point is called hip length. And on this point of hip length, that is where we see our arrow hips. That is round hips. Round hips. So it's still on that same point. It is still on that same point that we have all these measurements. We have here that we wrote lower waist. Lower waist. Lower waist is very, very important for you to indicate when you're taking a complete measurement of someone. You need to take the lower waist, because sometimes some people used to grow tummy. The tummy used to be big on that lower waist. That's when you should just apply your wisdom. Take the measurement of that lower waist from the shoulder in order to indicate your round lower waist. That is the round measurement of that waist. So we call it lower waist. On the navel point, deep in this half length, we take it as our waist. Because sometimes when you are sewing a skirt, some skirts used to be tummy skirts. So when you are making a tummy skirt, you really need to have this waist measurement, and you really need your measurement of the tummy skirt to start from that waist, start from that navel point to the length of the skirts. So that is how we do it. So don't forget to follow up this measurement, the one I'm explaining it. So from the same top here, we have our length measurement, complete length measurement, to do the mini point being on the laps side. Some people like their dresses to stop there. We'll have midi on the thighs position. We'll have new length on the knees. Sometimes some dresses stop up above the knee. That is why you have this arrow up. We have this arrow pointing down. That is below the knee and up above the knee. So you have to ask the customer very well. You don't even need to ask. You have to take the complete measurement. So however the person wants the dress to be, you follow it up according to your measurement. We have another measurement after the knee. Below, we have measurement of 3/4. We have this measurement of 3/4. We have another measurement that people actually think is a 3/4 measurement, but it's not a 3/4 measurement. is the evening length, the length that comes below 3/4 length. We'll have another measurement on the ankle. We'll have another measurement on the hip, on the heel. We'll have another measurement that flows down. That one, you can flow it as you like to flow it. Depends on the dress you're making. If it's a dinner dress or wedding dress, you have to make sure the measurement flows down. So in order to, when the person is putting on basket inside, the flowness will not be able to jump up. It will flow very well to drop and give it fitting. Now we'll have to go back to our round measurement. So you see, this is how our round measurement goes. On this half length, we'll have the waist. On this UBL, we'll have our round under bust. On this BP, we'll have our bust measurement. On this panel, we have our tube measurements. You have to measure it very tight so it will give the person fitting. On this on this star mark, we'll have our breast, our blouse length, or still on the hip. Like sometimes when I'm making a peplum top that will go up very well after using a kind of crinoline or to pad the peplum very well so it will be able to hang up, bounce on top your waist. You need to take the measurement to the hip, because after applying all the applicable things that will make the peplum to stand very well, flow as in a kind of floaty form, it will give you that sexiest look when you take the measurement on the hip. We'll have our sleeve measurement from the arm socket joint to the shorter part, the elbow, the 3/4 length, and the wrist. The shorter point, the elbow length, the 3/4 length, and the wrist. On this point, when you take each and every one of them, anyone you take the measurement, you have to take the round measurement immediately. You can see how I use this tape to roll it around. You take the length, you take the round. 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 You will not be able to you can never find fault in your measurements. So here I want to explain the shoulder part of this measurement. Actually, neck is not too necessary on my own measurement too, but sometimes I do. But neck is not too necessary. But you can equally know your neck measurement if it is important to you. Maybe you're making a collar dress or a turtleneck. You need to take your neck measurement so it will not be able to choke that person. But as an expert I don't actually fancy it. If I see someone, I know what the person needs actually. So it's a kind of, it's a gift on my own side, and I won't be able to make mistake. I will not spoil anything. I will get it perfect, just as the person wants. Let's go to the shoulder part of it. Before we explain the shoulder, we'll have a tape line on the back side, a vertical line on the back side, and also a horizontal line on the back side. This line on the back side from the shoulder topper part to this place I wrote lower waist. To here that I wrote waist, W. Some people don't miss taking measurement on this back side, because back side is always lower. For you to sew a dress that gives proper fitting, back side is always shorter than the front side. When the back side is shorter, when you fix the zip, it's not going to float. It will lap very well because the back side is shorter. Back side in some people's back or their body frame shape, some back side can be reduced with 2 inches out of the front side. Like for example, if the front half length is 18, probably the back side is going to be 16, some 16 and a half. So it used to be reduced with 1.5 inches or 2 inches highest, mostly for people that are busty. People that are busty we reduce with 2 inches, but normal slim fit people 1.5 is okay. You get the proper thing you need on the back side. You can never ever see that floaty form of zip on the back side. So people take it as in trying to know the measurement. They take it as their back frame. But I myself, I don't take this measurement. I only concentrate on my front half length. When I take the front half length, it's from shoulder to the waist or from shoulder to the navel. If I take that half length, I'm okay, I'm fine. All I have to do is, if I draft it front and back, on my back frame, I reduce with 2 inches or 1.5. Depends on who I'm making dress for. So you should actually know when you're making a dress for a fat person or a slim person. You should actually know when you're making a dress for someone who is busty and someone who is not too busty. So whenever you're walking, make sure you imagine whom you're making that dress for. So this step line we are seeing on the back side connected the measurement of trousers. But please, guys, I will not explain this trouser measurements on this video. My next video, I'm going to explain how to take measurement of trouser, and after that measurement of trouser, another video that will come will explain how we cut, the best pattern of cutting, an easy pattern of cutting trousers or pants. So please, don't forget to subscribe on LOISYCA'S Fashion TV. Don't forget to comment. Express yourself on my comment section. Please like. Please hit your hand on that thumb up. Hit your hand on the thumb up. You see it there, you hit your hand if you like this video. If you really appreciate this video. I don't need much from you than your like, your share, your comments, and your subscription. So try and do so. So here, I want to go to my shoulder explanation. Let me narrate the shoulder very well. You know, sometimes we'll have measurement of shoulder, we'll have it in different forms. We'll have one that is called shoulder together. We'll have one that is called full shoulder, and also we'll have one that is called half part of the shoulder. Shoulder is full when you take the measurement from each of the arm socket joints to the other. That is when the shoulder is full. Each of the arm socket joint to the other. You see the one waving my hand from this point to this point. Shoulder can be a half part when you take the measurement from the center neck to this other side, or center neck to this other side. Just like, for example, if we have a full measurement of shoulder like 14 inches, that means half is going to be 7 inches. Remember, when you place your clothes while cutting, you divide your shoulder into 2 when you have the full measurement. If it is 14, it's going to be 7 inches. So that is why some people prefer taking it halfway, since they're going to do it, bend it into 2, so no need of doing the full one. So which one do we call shoulder together? Shoulder together are those, it always comes on butterfly dresses, hand together dresses, and so many of them. Boba. So that's how shoulder together comes. Shoulder together is likely those ones that you find it difficult to see a bicep line. Shoulder together does not bear anything like bicep or armhole on the shoulder point. You can never see an armhole on the shoulder point. Rather, the armhole drops. So shoulder together we'll measure it from the center neck. Very necessary for you to take the measurements, how to take the proper measurement of your shoulder together from the center neck. Take it straight across your arm socket joint and bring it below. Depends on where the person wants the hand together to stop. I believe you enjoyed this part and enjoy it very well. Let's stop it here. When next we'll come here, when you see this image with tape line, know that we want to explain the remaining part of our measurement on the next video. So whenever you see this image on the next video, don't forget to watch. It will really help you to know how to take measurements of a trouser and other measurements patterns. Thank you so much for making out your time to watch from LOISYCA'S Fashion TV for you to learn more. Nobody's above learning. If you like, know this fashion designing for years, you're not still above learning. You keep learning every time because fashion keeps evolving. Thank you.